Welcome back once again to Danny's Media. Now, ladies and gentlemen, 122 MPs who voted yes to pass this 2026 dangerous finance bill that is only going to favor the leaders within the government of William Samoei Ruto ahead of 2027 general election, but not the citizens of this country of Kenya on the ground are now in serious trouble because right now Kenyans have started raiding the offices and the homes of these MPs who voted yes to pass this dangerous 2026 finance bill that is only going to favor the government of William Samoei Ruto.
Siombi msamaha, ninaomba Mungu awafungue macho, Mungu awaonyeshe njia, Mungu awaonyeshe tulikuwa tunataka kuwasaidia. Kwa wale ambao wanachukua fursa ya kuvamia wabunge waliopiga yes, nataka kuambia wanafanya makosa, kwa sababu wale wabunge wana sababu zao za kupiga yes na kuna wale wana sababu zao za kupiga no. Vile ambavyo wewe unaenda kupiga kura ya kuchagua rais, kuna yule anapigia mwingine na mwingine anapigia mwingine. Haupigwi kwa sababu ya kukataa kupigia yule mwingine.
Mambo imechemka as we speak right now. Besides that one also, the Speaker of the National Assembly, Moses Masika Wetangula, have also been accused of leading an affair setting by failure to ring a division bell that would have allowed every MP to be identified on what his vote carried, whether it was yes.
The tricks they are playing, we are going to meet outside, and it's not going to be business as usual.
I wonder why members of parliament want to be claiming a salary, yet they come to the house and instead of becoming debaters, they become voters. This house cannot turn into a voting machine. We must be able to debate and we must be able to articulate our issues. I've heard they came here and started talking about me. I want to tell them, yes, it is true that Mutumba is actually mentioned in the finance bill in 2026. And it is in clause 31. I don't know when they say that we don't read. I wonder what they read. The fact is this, that if you are to discuss a bill with 124 pages, with over 1,000 clauses, if you are going to mention every clause, or you are asked to give every clause, it will mean we'll take 10-20 minutes as you are looking for that clause. When we are on second reading, and this must be known by every Kenyan, when you're on second reading, you just debate. It is on committee of the House that you go clause by clause. When are amendments proposed? After the debate. We have finished the debate at 1 o'clock. This is when we are drafting our amendments, and we will amend. I'm telling you, we are going to propose what the president said, that people earning less than 30,000 should not be paying tax. We are going to propose it. They will oppose it, you will all be witnesses. We are going to propose, because they say there's no one who pays tax on Mutumba. We are going to propose that there is no tax at all that should be levied on anyone dealing with Mutumba, and they will oppose. So we are telling you, we know what we are doing. The only issue is that, we have two teams. The team that speaks for the people, fights for the people, and the team that is a choir for the executive.
It was a very good platform for them to revise the previous finance bill and see where was the problem so that they can, but instead they have not done anything to fix the other finance bill, but again they have added more. Anything that they didn't implement that was negative to the Kenyans, they want now to implement through this finance bill. So hiyo ndio maneno tunakataa hii finance bill, hata mambo ya miwa kubeba.
This debate was cooked. That happened yesterday. The voting of the 2026 finance bill on the floor of National Assembly was totally cooked. It was scripted. Mbona walikataa kufanya hivyo? Na kuambia kimemana. Whereby on this video, I'm going to explain to you in details what is happening behind this 2026 finance bill that have been passed on the floor of the National Assembly. But before I do that, I want to take your time and watch this video of some of the MPs rejecting or accusing Wetangula for leading unfair sitting by failure to ring a division bell that would have allowed every MP to be identified on what his vote carried, whether it was a yes or a no. But before you watch the video, ensure that you like my video. Like the video, you automatically shows us for support on what I'm doing on this platform. Thank you so much for that support of the like and also subscription. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for that support of the like and also subscription. Let us watch the video together. So that is what is happening. That is what is happening. But tuseme tu kweli, how my MPs I think there is something that happened during the debate of during the voting. Mbona wakuweka kila kitu wazi ili wananchi wa Kenya wajue how the votes were carried, whether someone voted yes or no. Because we are being told that only 40 MPs voted no to reject this finance bill. 122 voted yes. 187 abstained, hawakuenda. People like Samuel Atandi, kuna wabunge wengi, 187 MPs did not attend that session. Hawaku hapo. So we don't know why.
Just hours before members of parliament began to cast their votes on the finance bill, clause by clause, a lawmaker allied to the opposition alleged that he was deliberately ordered out of the House during proceedings in a move aimed at reducing opposition numbers, he said, during the division vote. The united opposition called for the MPs to oppose the bill, urging them to remain guided by the interests of the people. Developments have reignited debate over parliamentary independence and the economic impact of a bill that will affect millions of Kenyans. NTV's Victor Ngaroya reports.
There is no law that says we don't have oversight. Our constitution is clear, parliamentary powers and privileges are clear.
Order. I don't know if you're on your second term or your first term.
Kabuchai member of Parliament Majimbo Kalasinga claims he was on Thursday ordered out of the National Assembly main chamber for the remainder of the day as Parliament entered the final stages of deliberations on the Supplementary Appropriation Bill number 2 and eventually the Finance Bill 2026, following several attempts by temporary Speaker Farah Maalim to restore order in the House ahead of a crucial vote.
Honorable Kalasinga, I want you out of the House for the moment. Out, until for the rest of the day.
Earlier in the day, temporary Speaker Farah Maalim had indicated that he was reluctant to eject members despite repeated disruptions.
I'm not going to give anybody the honor of sending him out of the House because maybe they would want to appear on the headlines and that might appeal to people outside the House.
Speaking outside Parliament, Kalasinga alleged that his ejection had a malicious motive.
Today, I've been thrown out from the National Assembly, and that must be a scheme that is reducing the no votes of this bill, because they are going to carry the division of this bill today, by end of business today. They know very well those who are against the bill and those who are for the bill.
Kalasinga went further to question the independence of Parliament.
It is indeed sad to learn from today that then our National Assembly is merely a branch of State House. It looks to be an annexure of the executive, because when we are discussing very, very important bills like the finance bill, a bill that comes once in a year, which calls for the attention of every MP, because that's where our people who elected us are touched on. Parliament is not behaving like an independent house.
Beyond the National Assembly procedural dispute, Kalasinga also accused the government of failing to honor promises made to low-income earners, arguing that the proposed relief for workers earning below 30,000 shillings a month was absent from the bill. The criticism was echoed by Funyula Member of Parliament Wilberforce Oundo, warning that some of the bill's provisions could further increase the cost of living, despite government assurances that the economy is improving.
If you look at this document clearly, it contains provisions which I want to call slow poison. Inakuwa pole pole. We have been told that they have done public participation, they are going to make amendments, but those are promissory notes. And promissory notes do not materialize until it has gone through.
Away from Parliament, United Opposition's Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka, alongside his counterparts DCP's Rigathi Gachagua, DP's Justin Muturi and Jubilee's Fred Matiang'i, urged legislators to consider the long-term consequences of their decisions, warning that voters would ultimately judge them by how they voted on the bill.
You were not elected to be a rubber stamp. A mother woke up before dawn, remember that, walked to a polling station, queued for hours, sometimes under rainy conditions, because August sometimes is very, very, very cold. queued for hours and marked your name because she believed you would go to Nairobi and fight for her.
The debate on the bill has laid bare the deep political divisions over its economic impact and the handling of one of the year's most
It is high time for these MPs to decide whether they are with Kenyans on the ground who voted for them and make them whom they are, or they are with William Samoei. Because you can't please two. You can't please the government and at the same time you want to please Kenyans. Unataka ukule kwa serikali na hapa kwa wananchi wa Kenya pia unataka ukule. Atikifika 2027 tena wananchi wakupigie kura. No, choose one. Is either uko na Ruto ama uko na wananchi wa Kenya kwa ground kuwapigania haki zao. Only that one. Lakini hii upuzi yenye tunaona hapa hapana. Then beside that one, let me read for you something here. Just hours before MPs began to cast their votes on the finance bill of 2026, close by close, and an opposition lawmaker alleged that he was deliberately ordered out of the house in a move aimed at reducing the opposition numbers. By the way, mbona ule MP alitolewa? Why did Wetangula remove that member of parliament from opposition that was going to vote no? Why? Why did they remove that member of parliament from participating in the voting? Why did they do that one? Tuache uongo bana. The voting was cooked. Hii kitu ilikuwa rigged. Maybe some MPs voted yes, but Rais alipiga simu to make sure that wewe kila kitu uende chondo hii finance bill ipite. Because inside that finance bill, inside that budget, there is a lot of money that have been located. And this money inaenda kutumika 2027. Those billions of money, Ruto is going to spend them on his presidential campaign. Tuseme tu ukweli bwana. Kwani utapiga ukisema ukweli? Hizo pesa Ruto anaweza kutumia kwa campaign zake. Kuna kitu kingine? Thank you so much and may God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. Let us continue identifying these MPs who voted yes. Tunawataka. From today, I will make sure that I do my research to know the MPs who voted yes. Ili tuanike kwa ground, ili wananchi wa Kenya waanze kujitenga moja kwa moja kwao. Waanze kutoka kwao. Because wanatuchezea. Tukutane kwa video itakayofuata, wapenzi watazamaji wa Daniz Media. Bye bye.